Okay.
So we would rather take a discussion about what you meant about the relationship.
Yeah,
You started
okay.
to offer that to us.
Yeah. Okay. I'd like to continue that.
Yes.
So basically, I'm talking about a beautiful, beautiful relationship, and I'm obviously
And
interested in.
How does a beautiful relationship? What does that mean?
Oh, it just mean elation, everything, and then when you become very intimate, you then tend to start to have expectations, make plans and stuff, and then you can try to. You might not agree on certain things, and you're just trying to see how you can keep it going.
Well, that's what we were just talking
about.
about.
I know. So that was
so how are you going? So given what we just talked about, and how it resonated with you, what does that mean that you would now do?
Well,
instead of that.
Yeah, so what I like to do is I'll go into the differences, because I remember you once said that it's the differences that makes your relationship strong. And I really like to go into all that and see how you can, because sometimes you tend to want people to be, or your partner to be the same as you in order to agree. And
well, that's that conditional stuff
exactly.
again.
So I don't want that.
So let's not take the time to go into a lot of all of that.
No.
Just give us one example of some condition that needs to be different, because that's what you're talking about. In other words, you created a magnificent...
I don't want anything to be different, but I want to be able to, as soon as I feel, it is like moment by moment, as soon as I feel that I would like a certain condition, like a commitment to, for example, go traveling.
But think about what we're saying here.
Yeah.
This is good. So I get it that I create through thought and alignment. I get that. And I'm feeling happy. And now I'm focused in an action part of my life, and I've found something that I've decided to be unhappy about.
Yes.
And
I see what you're going.
And so what do I do now? And we say, so now the momentum is such that there's really not much that you can do. And yet that's where most people spend most of their life.
Yeah, okay.
That's what you spend most of your thoughts thinking about.
Yeah, I see.
So the answer is you leave it right there, and you say, this feeling is my indication that I'm going about it in the wrong way. I'm going about it in a way that will not work. I'm going about it in an action way. I'm asking for something that is not. I'm not adjusting my vibration. I'm asking for something else to change so that I can have a response to it. Yeah. And so back away from the thoughts. So how could you get back into the awareness of the loving relationship? So you get a good night's sleep, you wake up, and then what do? You focus upon something about the relationship that feels really good.
Yeah.
And as you focus upon something about the relationship that feels really good, then the relationship blossoms even more for you. And then again, you stumble on a difference, something that you want that the other one doesn't want. So then what do? Do you wrestle it to the ground and kill it? Do you have an argument about it? Do you have a debate? Do you weigh the pros and the cons of it? That's just more of shoring up your vibe. That's just adding more engines to the end of the train that you don't mean to. So what do? You cease the subject. You let it lie dormant for a little bit by meditating or taking a nap. You go to sleep, you wake up, and now you're focusing upon the beautiful aspects of this relationship again. And as you continue to do that, if you will continue to realign with who you are. You see, this is the thing that you're not remembering. And it's the thing that we talk so much about. Everything that you want, that everything that you have not found in the relationship that you think you want, when you didn't find it, you put it into your vortex. You didn't find it, so you put it into your vortex. Now it's in the vortex is doing the work. Law of attraction is gathering the cooperative components. Your inner being is there amplifying all of that. So you did the work with your struggle. You put it into the vortex, and now you wake up and you feel good, and more of it comes, but not enough of it came. So more contrast, you put more of it in the vortex. And so you wake up and more of it came, but you didn't let it in because you're focused on. And so what keeps happening is the vortex keeps being full of more of the relationship that you want. But when you keep struggling for it, trying to get it to come out where you can see it through your demands or through your statements or through your compromises or through your long talks with one another as you try to wear the other one down to get the other one to give you what you want, what happens is your vortex is still full, your inner being is still there, you're just not letting it in.
No.
And so at some point, we so want you to realize you've already got it done. You don't have to argue your point anymore. You don't have to convince anybody that they need to be different. Your vortex is the full realized version of what you want. You just want to chill so that you can get enough into the receptive mode that you can be at the right place at the right time and have the right timing and say the right thing in order to be the realizer of what you want. And then you'll say, it's a miracle. I got what I want, when what you actually did was you finally let in what you've wanted for a while, what has been ready for you for a while, but you haven't been ready for it. And the reason you are not ready for it is because you're too focused upon what has manifested, which isn't it. Did you hear that? It is in the vortex and it will come to you. But as long as you're looking where it isn't, you can't let in what is. Oh, it's so powerful and so important. And we get animated about it because we can see all of you. We see everything that you're trying to articulate. You can't even articulate it very well. No one can. No one can. Because what's in your vortex is so much more, so much faster, so much better, so much more than any scanty words that you can ever find about it. And here you are babbling on and on about how can I get closer to what I want, when all you got to do is a handful of things. So we're going to ask you, do you believe that you are a vibrational being?
Yes.
And do you believe that you live in a vibrational universe?
Yes.
And does it make sense to you that through the contrast that you've lived, that you have contributed a stream of thoughts all of the days of this physical life and even before you got into this body that have amassed in a vibrational reality? Can you accept that? We know that's the piece that's a little hard because you can't see it. But is it logical, given what you know? So some of it you put there yesterday. A lot of it's been there for a while. It's in various stages of evolution and readiness for you. But there's enough there to keep you busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes, so you really don't need to keep working on putting stuff in there. So, can you accept that when we tell you that your manifestation is past tense, that what we mean is what's in the vortex is present tense as far as your inner being is concerned? Are you able to, for a moment, separate yourself from your inner being enough to know that there's a version of you that is non-resistant, that is standing with all of your things, with all of the things that you want? Can you feel that you-ness, that version of you? And now can you feel the satisfaction of those two yous merging? And can you feel that when you let yourself merge with that, that ideas will come to you, that timing will come, that inspiration will come, that events will come, that circumstances will come? And doesn't that really feel like what life is really all about? In other words, isn't that really what you want? So, and this is the leading edge question that we want to ask you specifically. If all of that is true, and it is our promise to you that it is, and if you are feeling resonance with it, and we can feel that you are, then doesn't it right now in this moment seem absolutely silly to be banging around in physical stuff trying to fix things physically? Doesn't that just seem odd? I need to talk to you about something. What is it? Well, I just need to explain to you something that isn't going very well. Sit down. I need to explain to you how I feel. Really? Really? You've got infinite intelligence over here tending to what you really want, and you're going to try to get it out of somebody here? Are you following us? Can you feel how silly it is to be trying to take action to make things happen? What you want to say is, hey, I need to go to bed because I'm not getting from you what I'm capable of getting from you, and it's not your fault. What you want to say is, this relationship isn't giving us what we deserve because I'm going about it the hard way. I'm going to go to sleep and do it the easy way. I'm going to meditate and do it the easy way. I'm going to make lists of positive aspects and do it the easy way. I'm going to let it come as it comes and do it the easy way. I'm going to stop trying to demand it. I'm going to stop stomping on the corn and demanding that it come up and show itself to me. I'm going to let it gestate. I'm going to let it get ready, and I'm going to get ready, and we're going to rendezvous. I'm going to rendezvous with my true desire, and you might be in on it. I don't know for sure. I'm going to rendezvous with my true desire. And all cooperative components that the universe has gathered up are going to be... Now, you might not want to tell this to everybody. But you're understanding it, aren't you? Don't you feel less inclined to try to create through conversations, and more inclined to know that the vortex knows, and more inclined to get in alignment, and then more inclined to have the conversation, the right conversation, when it's inspired to you? So what we just talked about, what we just explained to you, is what deliberate creating is. And everything else, the things that you were talking about and the things you were wanting us to guide you about, that's reacting. That's reacting to conditions. So when we're talking about conditional living, mostly what we're saying, if you want to be unconditional, you want to be non-reactive to conditions. Because when you're reacting to conditions, you're not in your power. You're not in concert with your inner being. You're not utilizing the energy that creates worlds. You're out there on the raw and ragged edge. You are a paltry, puny piece of yourself trying to make things happen. Did we do a good sales job? Don't you want to plug in first and then get into the receptive mode and then? Don't you never want to talk about a relationship again? Don't you just want to tune in to who you are and just let the universe deliver to you exactly what you want? Don't you want to feel the satisfaction as you are surprised and delighted with things from people that are in your life or new people that are coming into your life? Don't you know that satisfying feeling of, as it's manifesting, recognizing that it was in the vortex, and now you must be in that right place that is allowing it out for you to experience? So, do you know that you are the creator of your own experience? Yes, you do. Do you know that you live in a vibrational universe? Yes, you do. Do you know that everything that you want is a vibrational reality? And do you know it's accessible to you now? And do you know how to access it, get happy about anything? You know how to hold it off? Focus upon the things that are missing. Try to figure out how to make them happen. Take score of how long it's taking. Notice the other people that have the things that you want that you don't have. Keep adding more engines on the resistance end of the chain. Complain about what's not happening. Notice the now. Go to bed, wake up and notice the now. Go to bed, wake up and notice the now. Go to bed, wake up and notice the now. Go to bed, wake up and notice the now. Something's got to change. Enough?
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you.